Hey Chase, so we talked to your brother earlier in the week, and he talked about you guys had a bet, going into this week. How'd you think about how he did yesterday?
I mean, I think he killed it. He showed that he's explosive, that he's smooth, and I'm really proud of him.
300 plus carries this past year. How did you manage your body during the week to be ready for that kind of workload?
I put a big key on recovery and spending a lot of time in the training room and the cold tub. So, coach trusted me the ball 30 times a game, so I knew I had to take it upon myself to key in on my recovery.
How much pride did you take in playing all those games and getting all that work?
A lot of pride. I knew going into games that coach was going to try and ride my back, and my guys trusted me to carry the ball that much and put us in a situation to win games.
You had to play very physical conference, very physical division, and carry the ball against some really good defenses. How do you feel like separating yourself from some of the other running backs who have on the same act?
Well, the Big Ten has a history of running backs that have been extremely successful in the NFL. And, to be added to a list of running backs that at that caliber, it's truly an honor. I went out every single week and gave my best, and, that's why I'm in this situation right now.
Chase, one of the glowing points in your scouting report is elite versatility. Right? You can carry the ball from any set, but you can also catch the ball, and you're a natural hands catcher. Do you take pride in that? Is that something that you work on, or is that something that just comes naturally to you?
Well, that's something I worked on every single day at practice. In the NFL nowadays, you got to be able to catch the football. And being able to show that this year on the field was extremely important to me.
Chase, what does it mean to you for you and Sydney to be here to have the success that you guys have had?
Yeah, we dreamed of it ever since we were young. I can remember watching multiple NFL combines with them when we were, middle school, high school, even college. And the fact that we're both here together makes this moment, so much more special.
And what would it mean to you to be able to play with him as a pro?
That would be amazing. The odds of that happening, though, are pretty low, but the thought of it is exciting.
When you decided to leave Western Michigan, did Illinois call you pretty quickly, or?
It was a pretty quick transition. I remember putting my name in the portal, and it might have been a couple weeks until I got that Illinois offer.
After a solid Senior Bowl, what have you been working on with your game?
Since the Senior Bowl, just to be the most well-rounded running back I can be. It's important in the NFL to be able to protect the quarterback, and going into this off season and minicamp, that's going to be my biggest thing.
What's the biggest difference between you and your brother?
On paper, there's not many differences, but as far as personality, we're a little bit different. But both extremely competitive and want to one up each other in everything we do.
Have you spent time with Steelers as well?
Yeah, I've met with him a couple times. Informal.
What NFL teams have you spent the most time with?
You know what? I've probably met with every team at this point. It's just a matter of what team thinks I'm the right fit for their offense, and the rest is out of my control.
Your brother mentioned the adversity having to move from Canada to Florida. How much do you think that forced you to mature and handle some of the ups and downs of college football?
Extremely fast. I can remember, in a 4-day period, we got accepted into a school, and by that 4th day, my mom was heading back to Canada. We're in a new city with a new family, new school. Not many friends. So, you talk about a quick transition. That's something that we went through at a young age, and being able to adapt to that as quickly as we did, only prepped us for the future.
How cool was it when your mom came to visit you guys at the end of the season in 2021 and surprising you guys like that?
Really cool. That was during a time where she couldn't come across the border and watch any of the games. So, being able to see her at the end of the season and spend some time with her was extremely special. And then last year, her being able to make it to every single home game, and even our season-ending game against Northwestern was really special. Just having her there, because she watched us while we were young, and she missed a lot of our college games because of COVID. So the fact that she was able to watch our senior season was really cool.
How shocking was it when you rounded the corner and then saw her standing there?
That's funny, yeah. I didn't even know. So the day before, my coach told me that she wasn't gonna make it, and she got stuck at the border, and I'm like, darn. But as I'm walking up, I see this blonde lady that kind of looks like my mom, but I'm like, there's no way. Eventually, it was. So.
If you and your brother meet in the open field, who comes out on top?
Come on.
Chase Sidney said you guys had a couple of side bets on the 40, the cone, and the shuttle.
Yeah.
Can you beat him in those based on what you saw yesterday?
I think he set a really good baseline,
Okay.
something for me to go after, but we'll see. I'm ready to go tomorrow, and to chase numbers like that will push me.
Chase, what's this pre-draft process been like for you? And you feel like you've bettered yourself in this time since you've left it?
Yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty, and I think that's the biggest stressor is you go in and you don't really know where you're going to be. So I think the biggest thing right now is focused on what I can control, and that's performing well at the combine, performing well at my pro day, and just taking it one step at a time.
How did Illinois secondary, not only your brother, but Spoon and also Quan, help you become a better player, especially maybe in the passing game?
Right. I mean, I went against them every single day at practice. I think of some of the top DBs in this draft class. I got to go against them every single day. So, iron sharpens iron, and I was able to help them as much as they were able to help me.
What do you think your legacy is?
I'll keep that private.
Just what do you think your legacy is that you left behind?
You know what? I just want guys that carry the ball after me to look at what I did at Illinois and chase the milestones I set and the tradition of good running backs that have come out of there. So I just want guys to remember he's a hard worker and a good teammate.
What did Coach B mean to you in your career?
Coach B had a huge impact on my career. With him, I had 2 1,000-yard plus rushing seasons. So really grateful for him and the trust that he put in me, and he's going to be somebody that I keep a relationship with for life.
Who is the most difficult defender to go against in games? Because I'm sure your brother is.
Games, right? 27 on Minnesota was really good. The D-line at Michigan were elite, so being able to compete against guys like that on a weekly basis was a lot of fun.
What was your go-to best run play this year?
Yeah, we ran a lot of counter, a lot of outside zone.
Chase, this year there could be 5 Canadians taken in the draft, which would be an all-time high. It would be 12 in the last 3 years and at all different positions on the field. Can you just tell us a little bit about what it's like to be part of the greatest wave of Canadians we've ever seen on Power 5 college and the NFL?
It's a blessing, but it's not a surprise at the same time. There have been good players north of the border for years now, and the fact that this year there's 5 Canadians in the combine is just showing that we're getting the recognition that we deserve, and I just hope it sets the standard for future Canadians that are trying to get in this position.
Being a top running back in the Big Ten, what does that mean for your game, and how would it help you in the NFL?
Excuse me.
Being a top running back in the Big Ten, how is that going to help you succeed at the next level?
I played against some of the top teams in the country on a weekly basis. Like I said earlier, iron sharpens iron, and being able to compete at one of the best conferences in the country only helped my game going forward.
I'm sorry if this was asked already, but what did it feel like to be able to watch your brother compete out there last night? I know you're busy yourself, so I don't know if you got to see all of it.
I was actually able to watch it, and I made sure I was able to watch it. So being able to see him do his thing, and jump 40 and then jump 10-10 and run a 4.4, like he's really put together a good week here, and I hope nothing but the best going forward for him. But he laid some good numbers up.
Are you able to process what this is like? You both are here on this type of stage. Have you had a moment to really soak it all in?
A little bit. There's a couple nights there where I was able to sit and talk to him, but this is a surreal moment, and we just gotta focus on what's important right now, and that's performing well. But I'm sure on Monday, as we're departing, it'll be pretty surreal to sit in the car on the way back and just think about what we did.
Where will you guys spend draft weekend?
We haven't decided yet. Could be in Canada, could be in Florida, one of the two.
You had to go against a lot of great linebackers as well and deal with blitz pickup. How did you handle that? Campbell from Iowa, Herbig from Wisconsin,
Yeah.
some of those players.
Just making sure that I was prepared every single game, knowing my keys, and working as a team to pick up those guys and control their pressures.
I think I heard you mention some familiarity with outside zone. What do you like about that scheme?
You know what? I'm able to use my my strengths to my advantage in that sort of run scheme. Being able to use my quick feet, my burst, my speed to create separation from defenders and make quick cuts to get upfield. That's what I love about outside zone. Just the running back position.
Jason, do any special teams?
I did early on in my career.
Would you do that in the NFL?
Of course, anything to help the team.
Punt returns, kick returns?
Anything to help the team.
What part of your game do you feel needs the most improvement at the next level?
Pass protection. That's for most guys, though. I think being able to, go in with aggression and pick up those NFL linebackers who are extremely talented is a big thing. It's all about protecting the quarterback at that level, and that will be important going forward.
You take pride in what you guys were able to accomplish at Illinois in a short period of time to go from to be a very competitive team in the Big Ten.
I do, but we work extremely hard in the offseason to get to that point. Coach B has built a great culture and has brought in the right players, and going forward, I'm excited to see what they're able to do.